everybody, I am live on YouTube, so I'm gonna post this on in our little group there on Facebook. Give me just a second to figure out how. Hang on, here we go. So it's gonna be a little behind, but please feel free to, you should be able to comment. I think you can like things. And I am uploading to the Facebook group now, so you guys should have this link here, and we're going to do live demos once I see that a few people are in here. Live time. Whoops. Take me a second. I'm a little technology challenged. Okay, so we are about, oh, let's see. Okay. Just had to fix my computer here. Okay, so we are going to do some live Norwex demos. And I will try and figure out how to keep an eye on the comments and that kind of thing. So if you guys have questions, there's a place on YouTube to post comments and like the video and that. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with the demos. Hopefully people can start joining in and ask questions if they'd like to. So I have here, I'm going to switch the video around. I have a few things here tonight that we're going to check out. Not a whole lot, but a couple of things that are really fun. If you can't hear me or anything, please let me know. Oliver's going to be helping demonstrate. He enjoys helping demonstrate. And my little friend Olivia is possibly has to go outside. Hang on one second, everybody. Hang on. Okay, outside, sweetie. Go outside. Good girl. Okay. Squeaky door. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is have my lovely assistant Rhea hold the camera, and she's going to videotape me doing some of these live demos. And then we will go from there. And if you guys have questions after we watch the live demos, you can let me know. Okay? So I'm going to hand this over to Rhea, and you should be able to see me in the camera in a second there. Make sure yeah, there you go. And I'm going to start first. We're going to get to this cute little thing later. I'm going to start with a couple things that we're not necessarily going to have to demo a whole lot, but this is the lint mitt. I love this little thing. I think it's like $12.99, $11.99, something like that. Basically, it replaces the lint roller with that annoying paper that you can never get off right and all that good stuff. There's a side that's kind of stiffer than the other, which is what I have to use because of the dogs and that kind of thing. But I mean, it works really well. And I usually carry this around in my purse, or I leave it in my desk at work because I tend to notice when I'm at church that I have stuff on my pants and whatever. I can't imagine why. But yeah, so this little thing comes in handy, and I like to show it to people. 1 second. I'm going to see if... yeah, okay. Thought so. Okay. 1 second, they expect a treat, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Here you go. There you go. Good girl. Okay. Anyway, okay, so the next thing we're going to show you is we have, it's called the butter demo, okay? And I made sure that my table was nice and dirty. I haven't washed it all week. Gross, I know. So we're going to, Rhea, if you could like get the video action here, see how dirty the table is, kind of really get that in the picture. You can see the streak and the gross and everything. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to have you back up just a little bit so they can see what I do here. I'm going to add more mess to this because it's fun. And typically, when the consultants do this demonstration, they do it on a window. I'm gonna, just for the sake of, my table's already dirty, and it needs to be cleaned, I'm gonna do this on here. This is called the butter demo. Okay. And basically this is to show how awesome the EnviroCloth is, and the window cloth, and this is just some, you know, margarine or butter, whatever. Shows how good it is at getting, please don't lick this up, Oliver, at getting, you know, greasy, gross messes out of your home. I'm just gonna throw this in the sink, I'll be right back. We'll let that dry for a minute. You can really see how awesome it is. Okay. So today I'm going to be using my pink EnviroCloth. These come in many colors, many colors. Oh gosh, I can't even remember. I'm gonna grab my catalog because it's so many fun colors. Pink is wonderful. And then there's like a seafoam green, and these are the kind of 4 main colors. And if you join my Facebook group, every couple of months, Norwex comes out with some like flash sales, and they're really fun. And the last couple have been different colors of EnviroCloth. So I got an orange one. They did like that pretty sunflower yellow, lilac purple for spring. That was cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my EnviroCloth. These are super absorbent. And I'm gonna start with this. So if your windows or your glass surfaces are really dirty, mirrors, I would use this first. There is a window cloth. You can honestly just use the window cloth by itself if you want to. Obviously I have a huge mess here, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this. And just keep, look how great that already picked up. And I'm gonna rinse it out once. I put so much butter on my table. I am gonna rinse it one time, but actually we're almost good just from that one wipe. And obviously your windows don't look this bad. They're probably not full of butter. So it'll take you even less time, but I did this great job here. I know my table's gonna be all pretty and clean on one side. All right, so now that is good and clean. The EnviroCloth picked up all the germs. It picked up the butter and the grease and all the gross stuff. And now I'm gonna take my window cloth. These come in purple in the catalog. And if you host a party, like Karen is doing this evening, you get a pink one with your order for every booking that you get. So if someone would like to book a party, super easy to do, hosting a party. It's quite simple. You don't really have to do a whole lot, and I can even come clean your house if you'd like me to. Anyway, Karen would get one of these for everyone who books a party, which is awesome because these are like $20 in the catalog. So basically she's getting $20 free right there just for you having me clean your house. So it's a pretty good deal. And then, yeah, I think, Rhea, I'll have you come show how nice and clean the table is now from that. And you feel it. Yeah, just stick your hand on there. It's nice and smooth. Probably not from the butter. No. It's nice and smooth and gorgeous. And so that is the window cloth demonstration and the butter demo. And that's my probably favorite one. Be honest, that is what sold me to Norwex when my friend Julie came to our house when we first moved in. And she did that to our windows, which were already really gross. And I was so impressed that I was like sold right there. Anyway, our next live thing that we're gonna do, I'm just gonna show a couple of things real quick. This is what the EnviroCloth comes in. It's really cute. Little package like this. This is the blue one. And I have the minty green color one somewhere even to show you, but it probably is in the laundry at the moment. Let's talk about laundry real quick, and then we'll do another demo because they're fun. Norwex has what's called backlock in it, okay? And it is a self-cleaning silver in the microfibers, okay? So basically all you have to use is water and your Norwex product. Sometimes you don't even have to use water. And it self-cleans itself, which is wonderful. My husband took a while for me to sell him on this, but now that he's been using the products for a few months, he really, really likes using them. And I finally sold him because he was a Clorox man all the way, I'll tell you that. And I couldn't handle the smells. and it would irritate my skin. I'm very sensitive skin to chemicals. So yeah, they're great products. Now this is the laundry bag, and I don't remember this costing very much. It's one of the cheaper items, I believe, in the catalog, the laundry bag is. But I recommend getting one of these to wash your Norwex in. What I do is I kind of let mine go for about a week or two. You can use your Norwex stuff 2 or 3 times before you need to wash it because it self-cleans that well. And then what I do is I shove everything in here, my different things, my dust mitts, my cloths, my towels, whatever. I got some kitchen towels. I have all kinds of fun stuff. And I shove it all in there and put it in the wash with whatever I'm doing. Now, we have a couple options for washing your clothes. Okay. Olivia, shh. Okay. The dogs are fighting in the background. Sorry. We have the Ultra Power Plus detergent. This is a cute little sample pack. Now, some of my customers really like their laundry detergent, and that's okay. But Norwex recommends you use theirs to wash their products at least, to keep them under warranty. They do come with a 2-year warranty. All the microfiber products do. So what I do for my customers is, if they want a bag of this, it's $5 and I'll get it for you. If you don't want to buy the one out of the catalog is $25, and it'll last you for quite a while. If Tracy's watching, she could tell you how long hers lasts with her family. But basically, this comes with a little scoop, and down to the bottom here, but I might have about 1 load left in here. Yeah. So basically, that's all I really need to put in, maybe a touch more. And that is 1 standard load. If you have a big load, they tell you to put about half a scoop in. The only time I've ever used a full cap was when I washed like my bedding sheets and blankets, because they were so full of dog hair and stink that I used a whole cap. If it's really stinky, you might need a whole cap. But for the most part, a little bit of this goes a long way, and it's wonderful. There's no like bleach or anything, no dyes, no fragrances. It's kind of like that clear stuff you find with the other detergents. But Norwex, you know, will hold up their end of the warranty if you use this on their products. So again, these little ones are $5, and I will give these to my customers if they want one for $5, because sometimes they don't want to buy the whole big bag because they like their detergent. And again, that's okay. I ask you guys to use this so that the company keeps your stuff under warranty for you. So if anyone wants to order one of these, I do need to place an order. Comment somewhere or let me know in a message or whatever if you would like a bag of this, because I need to order some more. This is my last little bag that I have. They also have, if you don't like the powdery stuff, and that's okay, I was a little weird about it to begin with, they have a liquid laundry detergent. This just came out sometime around the end of October, so it's a pretty new product. And all this is I'm just gonna, let's see, I'm gonna get a glass and squirt it in a glass so you guys can see what it looks like. Basically 2 to 3 pumps of this is all you need, and it's very little amount, super concentrated laundry detergent, and it's wonderful. It smells good, but it doesn't leave like this overpowering scent on your clothes. So hang on 1 second. I need to get a cup and show you what this looks like. Okay. This actually kind of looks, I call it the pee detergent, because when you squirt it out, I'm just going to squirt out enough for a load. What did he do? Twist the cap on me? Yeah. Sometimes my husband likes to play with my Norwex stuff. Okay. And he twists the cap on me. Oh, jeepers. It's not usually like this, guys, I promise. I love Mr. Corey, but sometimes he breaks my things. It's okay. So about this much is all you need. I will show you in this little glass here. Watch, it'll pop out now. Okay. So this big bottle, I got this back in October, and I still have this much left that I can use. So I've used about 2/3 since October, doing about 2 to 3 loads of laundry a week. It says, you know, anywhere from 100 to 200 loads depending on your washing machine. Because if you do have an HE washing machine, you use less. If you don't have an HE, if you just have a standard washer, you use a little bit more, like an extra pump. So that's why there's a little variance depending on your washing machine. But this is all you use, just that much. Can you see it in the video? Great. That's all you use. And you can smell it. It has a fragrance to it. If you don't like the fragrance, that's okay, because after I took my clothes out of the wash, I couldn't smell anything, so good or bad. I mean, it's perfectly neutral smell, which is awesome. They also they sell a stain remover, and I've only had to use this once, believe it or not. I do spill on myself quite a bit, but I've only had to use this once, and it worked great. You just put a little bit, it's kind of like the spray stuff you use in the store, more or less. You just put a little bit on the stain, let it sit for a little bit, and then you throw it in with your clothes. And it worked the one time I had to use it, so it was great. They have a wrinkle releaser. This is the cute little trial bottle that I like. Some people like to have a little scent on their clothes coming out of the dryer because the Norwex stuff doesn't smell at all. And so what I do is I actually spray like 2 or 3 pumps of wrinkle releaser into my dryer clothes before I dry them. And it gives them just a little bit of a smell, not a lot. It's not overpowering or anything. And it also takes the wrinkles out. I don't know, some people have that problem with their dryer depending on what they're drying and all that. So yeah, I don't have my dryer balls out here because they're in the dryer because we did laundry today. But Norwex sells 2 kinds of dryer balls. There's the cute green ones. Where's my catalog? I can show you quick. Olivia, what are you chewing on? Come here. Okay. Anyway, there's these cute green ones, and then there's some wool ones. Now I have the wool dryer balls. Love the wool. I have not tried the green ones, but I've also heard that those are good. And they last about 2 years. The wool ones, I think, warranty for 2 or 3. I want to say 2 years. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. The green ones are 1-year warranty. Good thing I read. And the wool ones are 2 years. So I had the wool ones just because then I don't have to replace them for 2 years, which is great. So these, if you want to get a good shot of those, here's the green ones and here's the wool ones. And these are the ones I use right now. Love these things. They're supposed to help reduce wrinkles, cut your drying time down, so it saves a little bit on your heating bill or your electric bill or whatever. And there's no chemicals. A lot of people miss the scent though from their dryer sheets, so they do say that you can put, and I've tried it once and it worked and didn't get anything on my clothes, you can put 2 to 3 drops of essential oils on your dryer balls, and it will make that scent on your clothes without ruining your clothes. Careful with your essential oils around your pets and your kids. I know they're finding out there's a lot of oils you can't use around your pets, so just do a little research before you do that. Norwex sells essential oils, but I mean, if you already have some at your house, you can use those. That's okay. You don't necessarily have to get the Norwex ones for it to work on the dryer balls. I think what we will do next is I'm going to show you guys the dusting options. This is one of the more popular ones. And we do have this in a kid's style as well. This is the dusting mitt. This thing is great for just pretty much anything. I'm going to have you come see, I have a candle holder here that I just took off of a shelf to redecorate for the season. And you can see, if you get really in here with that video, how dirty this is. Okay, isn't that disgusting? Yes. Disgusting. So what I do with my dryer mitt, or my dusting mitt, sorry, is I'm going to come over here and just go like this. And then, well, yep. So then you can see that, right? So that's how clean it got just from, and my mitt's already a little dirty. But, so this is clean dusting mitt. And this is what happens after we dust our house. After a week or so, it gets very dusty. So this thing is great. But if you're short like me, you might need a little something else. And I don't mean standing on a chair. They sell this wonderful thing. This is the Enviro Wand. Wonderful little thing. I think it runs about $36, $37. You can bend this thing in any way, shape, or form you want to. It goes like this. And we're going to take a little stroll to the living room. And what Corey does, because he's tall, is he just sits and he reaches up here and dusts the fan off. Oh, and I'm just barely tall enough to reach it. And that picks up all these little fibers, pick up that dust. Isn't that gross? Yeah, it's gross. Okay, and what you can do is this little piece comes off like this, detaches, and you can attach the mop handle. This comes off of the mop handle, and you can attach this to this, and then you can reach, I mean, anything basically. My ceilings aren't too high, so I'm not too bad off, but that is the wonderful thing. And the next thing I am going to demo is the mop stuff, because I know Karen's excited about it. It is probably my favorite thing. I love the mop. But yes, I do recommend this. Hard to reach places, that up there, you know, countertops, anything. This thing is wonderful. And you just, to clean this, I should probably show you guys this. To clean this, you're probably wondering, you just pull this off and this goes in the washing machine. And that's it. Mine just kind of hangs on my wall. Okay, one more little thing to show you before we show you the mop kit, and then we wrap that part up. These are called micro cleaning hand pads. I don't know how many of you like to use the Mr. Clean magic erasers. Norwex has one as well, minus the chemicals. Basically, it's environmental friendly. Cleans like scuffs, markers, gran off the wall if you have that issue. Shoe scuffs, pretty much anything you can think of that you would use the magic eraser for, you can use these. So I love those for that reason. And now I'm going to show you the great mop. I love this thing. There are 4 mop attachments right now. Seems like a lot, but they're wonderful. The ones that Karen will get in her welcome kit, this is one of them. Or in her mop kit, I should say. This is one of them. It's a little dirty, sorry, I need to wash it. This is the dry mop attachment. And this thing is Velcro on the bottom. I love this. And it's adjustable. If you're taller, you can make this taller or shorter, whatever. I have it about my height. Basically, all you do is throw this down on the ground, and it Velcro and sticks. And I just love this thing. And then you just kind of scoot around. And I'm not going to do a whole lot with this one because I want to show you the other one. And I also have some dog hair on my floor. So I'm going to show you the great one. But when you're done, you just kind of rip this off. I give this a little rinse under the sink, and I reuse it 2 or 3 times. But then you'll want to wash it in with your other Norwex stuff. The other one, sorry Karen, I don't have the other one that you would get in your kit. It's blue, and it's called the wet floor mop attachment. It's blue. It's got the micro back in it, so it cleans the germs on your floor while it's mopping. All you do is get it wet and swish it around your floor. It's real quick, wonderfully awesome. I don't have it because we just used it, and it's probably in the dryer. This thing is exactly like my EnviroWand thing, except it's in mop form. It's called the Chanel mop pad. And this is for, like, if you have animals at your house, or a lot of dust, or hairy things. This works wonders at picking up dust, hairballs. Look at that hairball right there. We did sweep a couple of days ago, I promise. No. This thing is especially gross, but basically what I do is I either sweep left into a pile, or you'll see this guy picks up hair wonderfully. Gross, isn't it? I know. I'm grossing my sister out with our mess here. Anyway, what we do after we use ours is they make this cute little rubber brush. I think it's $12 or something like that. And what you do is you just sit here and scrape this off into the trash. And then you can reuse this. Don't break anything. And then you can reuse this a couple times before you wash it, which is awesome. And when you're done, you just rip it off. And there you go. Now what I do is, I will usually do, depending on how bad and flurry the floor is, which is usually pretty flurry, I will do the green and then I'll do the blue. And it doesn't take real long for the floor to dry. So this whole process of doing like 4 rooms in my house takes me less than 10 minutes to mop. And I don't feel like people can say that when they're using an actual mop in a bucket or getting down on their hands and knees. But it cleans just as well, so it is amazing, and I love it. This is where the handle comes off, is right here, if you want to attach it to the EnviroWand thing. So you would be able to They sell these separately, by the way. You can just get it by itself too. This is where you would attach it to the Enviro sleeve. And just like that. It's just a simple push lock system here. And, oh, come on. Mine's doing a little stuff. There it goes. And this, you know, if you got tall ceilings, this extends, which way is open. I don't do this very often because I have it set to my height. So that twists and it extends up to that far. So I'm about 5 feet tall and I don't know, that probably went up to 6 feet plus this. So, I mean, if you've got like 8, 10-foot ceilings and you have a hard time reaching, this thing's pretty awesome. I could almost reach over to my, you know, from over here. If I'm really lazy, I could go like this and dust, you know. So, I'm not going to do that, but yeah. And then this just tightens back up when you're done using it, and it's wonderful. And I'm going to separate this because I don't want to freak Corey out when he comes home and the mop isn't attached. Anyway, so if you guys have questions, hopefully this video posts afterwards. I don't know how YouTube works with the live stuff, but hopefully you can still watch this after it's gone on. I think I can upload the video afterwards. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. One more thing, guys, one more thing. I wanted to show you guys, this is new. Isn't it adorable? These are the, they're called counter cloths. These are meant to replace paper towels in your house. This lovely little caddy came with this set of counter cloths, 6 of them and the caddy, and it was, I believe, $50. Unfortunately, I heard from Norwex this afternoon that these are totally sold out. So if you haven't ordered one yet, you're not going to be able to get one tonight because they're gone. So sad, I know. You can still get the cloths. They sell these in a 3-pack, and I have mine mixed up because they're cute. They basically come in the blues or the kind of neutral colors, I think is what it's called, neutrals. And I'm going to open this one because we've used it once already. This comes from recycled materials, and it has the back lock in it, so it is self-cleaning. And it's about the size of, you know, half a paper towel or whatever. And all you do is get it wet, wipe your counters down, wipe up a spill, a mess. I mean, anything you'd use a paper towel on, use these. Depending on how big the mess is, you know, you'll wash them right after. But in theory, you can let these go 2 or 3 times before you need to wash it. So these are awesome, and I'm so sad that these sold out. These caddies were limited supply, but they're so cute. Anyway, if you really want mine, I'll sell it to you, but I just really like it, so I'll probably hang on to it. But yeah, anyway, so that is that. I'm going to hop back on Facebook and do questions and answers if you have them, and we will go from there. But thanks for watching the demos, everyone, and thank you for supporting our hostess, Karen, this evening.